Welcome back. This is week 3 competitive sports NFL review. We're getting into it. We're starting with last Thursday's game, Panthers at the Texans. We both had the Panthers on that game, but we lost a lot of people during that one.
A lot of losses, a lot of injuries. CMC's Carolina Medical Center. That's what it is. That's what CMC stands for. Man, my rookie went down, man. He went down, but we bounced back with the dub, 24-9. Big game next week, but we got the dub Thursday night. Let's go.
Definitely. We're moving into the Sunday games. Chargers at the Chiefs. That was a shocker for me. I had the Chiefs on that one.
I had the Chiefs, but I rewinded back to last week. I said it was going to be close. Now, Kansas City defense, they are, a team, an offense that should go 17-0, it might go about 10-7, 11-6 because of that defense.
The Chiefs are 1-2. This is crazy. We too soon to hit the button on them. To be honest, I'm still with the Chiefs. I think they're gonna bounce back, but they're 1-2. They lost to the Chargers. That's a tough loss.
Their offense is good. Their offense will make up for it, but come on now, struggle.
Yeah, that's crazy. Moving on from that game, we have Cardinals at Jaguars. Cardinals ran away with that one. Trevor Lawrence still looks struggling.
Next.
We had Chicago Bears at the Browns. I told you guys. Hold on. I told you guys. The emotional pick expert was going to do what he does. When would Justin Fields, how'd that work out for you?
Let me say this. Either Matt Nagy, he wanted Justin Fields to fail, or he needs to be fired. Straight up. Because there's no way they're leaving Jason Peters one-on-one with Myles Garrett. I seen one play. It was one play. Myles Garrett went right by Jason Peters. He didn't even look at Garrett until he was already by him. Come on now, 9 sacks, one game. Like, come on now. I need a chip, something. Keep the running back, keep a tight end in, do something.
6 points on the board. Justin Fields should have got some more help, but the offensive line did nothing for him. Cleveland didn't do too much anything perfect. They just played they're just a better team. But like I told you guys, watch that film from last week. You get a surprise.
Their offensive
about the
line
Browns.
Not that good, but if you know you got a bad offensive line, you got to coach around that, man. You got to hold some people in, max protect, do something. That's bad.
Well, from there we got Washington at the Bills. We both had the Bills on this game.
Easy money.
Knew that was going to happen. Colts at the Texans. That game was a little closer than I anticipated.
I told you last week that game was going to be close if Carson Wentz played, but they wasn't going to win. It was close, though. Division game, you already know.
King Henry had a big game also in that one. Saints at the Patriots. That was a surprise. Surprise J-Bo coming back. They act like he had something up the sleeves. He pulls it out against the Patriots on that one. He moved the ball pretty well. Alvin Kamara had a decent game as well.
Right before the game when I seen Lattimore and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson was coming back, I said to myself, how is Mac Jones going to move the ball against them? But I don't like change my pick, so I stay with the Patriots, and Mac Jones cannot move the ball. This is what they got rid of Cam for.
Most disappointing game of the week would have to be the Falcons at the Giants. Literally.
Yeah, you got to explain this to the people. Explain this to the people, man. It was the last game I decided on last week, and something told me not to ride with these fools. Daniel Jones.
I told you guys Saquon Barkley would get 100 rushing yards.
Top 5 running back, too.
He failed me.
Top 5
he
running
didn't even have 100 all-purpose yards against one of the worst defense, if not the worst defense.
But he top 5 running back. According to you, is he top 5?
I told you what I said.
Is he top 5?
Top 5, but at the same time, it's like you gotta capitalize on those type of things. And to be honest, he looked normal. You know what I mean? And against a defense like that, he should have made them look silly. Disappointed in what I've seen from him. Our offensive coordinator is still terrible.
Just to let you know, normal is not top 5. You just say he looked normal.
So he looks normal. I'm just saying. Well, we can get from there to this Bengals and Steelers because this is a great segue from my loss to his loss. Let's talk about this Bengals.
I mean, we both picked
Pittsburgh. The Steelers. What happened though?
Man, it's about that time. Offensive line.
What time is it? I don't know what time it is.
Offensive line.
It looks like it's afternoon, evening. What time is it?
I'm not blaming 100% on Ben because it's all not him, but Ben, he's not getting any younger. Offensive line is just looking too young. All rookies, but we got 2 rookies, a second-year player, and then man, I don't know, man. We just
guys.
It don't look like we practiced.
Listen, it's time. It's time to hit the button in Pittsburgh, guys. I don't know
what button.
It's time to hit the panic button. When you start losing to little brother teams, I need to hit that button.
Hey, little brother got to grow up one day. They got to grow up one day. Little brother got to grow up one day.
They look grown. Jamar Chase 2 touchdowns in that one, big time.
He had 1 touch. Calm down.
Hey, he did what he did. He had 2. Calm down. Anyway,
one was at the end.
Don't matter. Ravens at the Lions. Ravens upset the Lions. This game was extremely close for no reason.
Ravens upset the Lions.
Oh no, I said my bad. Ravens, Ravens beat the Lions, but it still was. It was upsetting me. It was too close of a game. I thought they were gonna come out there and beat them silly. They didn't. Game was very close. Key takeaways: Lamar Jackson does what Lamar Jackson does. But for as far as running game for the Ravens, what's the answer for them?
Man, Detroit just played a good physical game. It happens. We'll see what Baltimore looking like with the running back position. Man, Justin Tucker is the GOAT, though. I'm going to tell you that right now. Kicker, he's the GOAT at kickers. Yeah. I said it right before he kicked. I said, he might really make this because this boy's really the GOAT. And if he make it, he's the GOAT. I'm going to call him the GOAT.
All right, well, moving on from that to another terrible game. New York Jets at Denver Broncos, 26-0 Broncos. Ain't much to talk about on that
Next.
Right. Then we move into the Dolphins at Raiders. And I told you guys this game was going to be close. I said it. 1 by 3. Big, crazy game along with that Ravens game. I don't know why these teams are playing with teams that they're supposed to be far superior than. I don't know what we're doing in Las Vegas, but... they got the win. Is that all that matters here?
Yeah, I mean, Raiders, they're a little bit overrated compared to, I've been hearing from some people, but I think they are a little bit overrated. But they got the dub. That's all that matters, though. And they had a turnover. They had to come back from pick 6, and they still got the dub, so that's big.
All right, don't be fooled by the score of this next game. Buccaneers at the Rams. We had a big matchup of last week.
What this man say? Don't bet against Brady. You even looked in the camera. Don't bet. I told you who the best team in the NFC was. We made a statement Sunday. Game was over by the 4th quarter. Come on now. Go ahead. What happened with Brady?
This is early season with Brady. They did the same thing last year. They lose some early season games. Get those out the way. I'm still thinking that Tampa Bay is my favorite. I still see that. I've seen a little quit in them. The backside on Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I don't know what they're going to do to fix that up. But at the same time, this game got closer later, and it really wasn't a contest most of the game. Kind of disappointed in the Buccaneers, but they'll bounce back. Moving on to the Seahawks at the Vikings, another shocking game.
Crazy. Seattle's defense, man, they're giving up 30 almost every game. I don't know what's going on with them.
Paid that man Jamal all that money. He's not doing nothing special.
But see, he's a box safety. Like, he can't change the game. Don't get me wrong, he's a great player, but as a box safety, there's not much you can do at a box safety. You're not changing the game like that.
Hey, looks like that money is unwarranted then.
And not even the money, like, they traded 2 first-round picks. Come on, that's too much.
Listen.
Steelers got Fitzpatrick for 1.
Hey.
Come on now.
That was a steal. You both knew Nathan Fitzpatrick with the steal. That was crazy. Anyway, moving on to the Packers at 49ers. Shocker.
Oh, my God.
Shocker.
Hurt.
Listen, I can't believe it went that way, especially how 49ers came back down. Hit that field goal. Was a touchdown.
But question. If you're San Fran, why score with 32 seconds? Why not just run it down to about 10 or 15? Why score with 32
underestimating
seconds?
number 12. We were talking about that last week. Number 12, the only chance they got. They gave him an opportunity. He capitalized.
That's bad coaching. But I will say I won my fantasy matchup off that last drive.
Exactly. He came down there.
Appreciate that.
Man, he handled his business. But, that's a great way to segue into the last haterade session of the last week, which was the Eagles at the Cowboys. Didn't you pick the Eagles? Oh, yeah. I told you.
I need to
2 games. I told you.
Let's talk about this.
Emotional pick expert.
Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, here he is.
So when did
Go ahead.
So when did Jalen Hurts become Peyton Manning? Where you just drop back?
Oh my God.
50 times. They ain't do that all season. Did they do that all season? But they did it against Dallas. I hate when these coaches go out here, I'm gonna show the world I'm smarter than everybody. We on primetime football. Like, no, just play your game. Just play your game. They went out there, had Jalen Hurts trying to look like Peyton, making all type of calls, out there throwing pick 6. It was just bad, man. Miles Sanders couldn't get no love. The disrespect.
I told you guys, This man is an emotional pick expert. The 2 games, I promise you, he'd get wrong. He got wrong, and he made up one of those games.
Promise.
He made up one of those games with that Rams pick that he had. That was a great pick. I'm not gonna go against that. Twice, I told you this was gonna happen, guys. Go back, look, watch the footage.
What the streets talking about? Let me ask you a question. The streets want to know: are the Dallas Cowboys pretenders or contenders? What we talking about?
The streets know the Dallas Cowboys are obviously contenders based on extenuating circumstance. And those circumstances is the NFC East. Worst division in football right now. You look at the teams that are in there: Washington Redskins, my football Giants, and then we have the Philadelphia Eagles. If the Dallas Cowboys don't win this division, hit the button. Time to break up everything, to be honest with you guys. They should easily win this division, and I'm expecting them to make a little noise based on their matchup in the playoffs.
There is no way you're saying the Cowboys are contenders. First of all,
what's the definition of contending?
Super
Meaning
Bowl
you gonna get there,
no.
and then you might make some noise. That's all that is.
First of all,
they're contending.
We already know they're gonna win division. There's nobody.
So if you're in the party,
that doesn't mean you're.
If you're in the party, that means you have an opportunity to contend. Is that not what it means?
No, that does not mean you're a contender.
If you're in the party, so that means you can contend for a championship.
The Chicago Bears was contenders last year.
If they made the playoffs, they were contending for a championship. Yes, it was.
That's like saying, "Oh, I'm in the NFL, so I'm a contender because I have a chance to make the playoffs."
Hey, we not in the NFL. We don't have a chance to make the playoffs.
We're not contenders.
Thank you. They obviously, if you're in the NFL,
I'm talking about a team. So if a team is in the NFL and you can say, "I got a chance to contend," that does not make you contenders.
That means you have if you're a contender, that means you have a solid team and you have an opportunity to win at the next level.
They don't have an opportunity to win. What opportunity they got?
They have enough talent on offense.
Here we go. Dallas. Are they better than the Rams?
No.
No? Can they go into San Fran and win?
Maybe. That's 50-50.
You drunk.
50-50.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Can they beat Tampa Bay?
No.
That's 3 teams right there.
Hey, one out of those 3 means they have an opportunity.
Can they go in there? Can they beat Aaron Rodgers?
They can. I think they can.
They can beat Aaron Rodgers.
They
go into Lambeau and beat Aaron Rodgers.
I think they can. They may not have to go into Lambeau. Give you a reason why they're not a contender.
Why?
Talk to the people.
Defense, 1. They don't have a game changer on defense. They don't have a TJ Watt. They don't have a Myles Garrett, a Khalil Mack, a guy who can just, when you need to play, change the game.
But
they don't
have making enough plays on defense.
Against who?
It doesn't matter against
if you're
getting the plays made. It doesn't matter who's making them. Diggs made the plays.
I said against who?
It doesn't matter. Right now, at this point, going into week 4, they're obviously contenders. They're going to win the division. Then they're going to have, based on matchup, get an opportunity to compete. If you telling me they can't win in the first round of the playoffs,
they can win the first round.
That's contending. What are you talking about?
So you have a legit. So you put money on Dallas going to the Super Bowl?
No. I would not put money on
exactly. So you know they're not going to the Super Bowl.
One, it depends on what the odds are, first of all. Second of all, do they have a chance to win the Super Bowl?
First of all, you would have great odds because nobody's betting on Dallas going to the Super Bowl.
But they can contend.
So tell me, why won't you take that bet?
So you're admitting that, one, they're going to win the division, right? And they might actually win their first round matchup. The second round is what we're concerned about, both of us.
I'm not concerned.
They're still contending.
It doesn't matter who they're going against. I know they're not winning. I know they're not winning.
You may name Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Rams. I don't think they have a chance against. But the 49ers, they have a chance against. Anybody else, they have a chance against. So you're just talking crazy.
Maybe not. Maybe the 49ers, not the Packers.
They definitely can beat the Packers.
No.
The Packers have no defense. They absolutely can beat the Packers.
Seattle get right. I don't see them beating Seattle.
Oh my God. We're talking about a Seattle team that can't even stop anybody.
Dallas won't be able to stop nobody. Play somebody decent.
Listen, like I said, at this point,
you won't play the NFC East in the playoffs. You do know that, right?
I understand.
That's
but
where
at the same time, you agree that they can still. So you don't think they can beat the 49ers?
Possibly.
Thank you. They have.
But do you see Dallas in the playoffs going on the road winning a football game? In the playoffs on the road, And it gets real cold.
If you
it gets real cold,
in San Francisco,
so
I think they can win that game. Yes, I think they can win that game against San Francisco. We're talking about the top tier big dogs. That's too much. That's too much.
So they're not. That's pretending.
They can still contend.
So once you go against a big dog, that's pretending.
They have a chance.
That's pretending. That's like a bully beating up little kids, but when it comes to the big dogs, you're not a bully no more. That's what you call a pretender.
They still have a chance. All the way, it's a little steep.
Hey, let us know what you think, man. Are they contenders or pretenders?
What are the streets talking about?
We are about to get out of here with the Week 4 preview. First up, Jacksonville at Cincinnati. We got Cincinnati, Jacksonville, whatever. Tennessee at the Jets. I'm going to go with Tennessee. We both got Tennessee, even though Julio and A.J. Brown are both out. Still Tennessee on the road. Kansas City and Philly, definitely believe Kansas City going to bounce back.
Yeah, absolutely. Project Pat going to look to. He can't do this 1-2. It's not going to go down like that.
All right, here it goes. Gets a little tricky. Carolina at Dallas. Go ahead, man.
Hey, I'm going with the contender, Dallas Cowboys. It's just what it is. I don't think the Carolina Panthers are going to be able to go into Jerry Jones' world and get that dub this week. That's a big on-the-road game for those boys.
All right, look here, man. Nobody's picking us. I've been saying this for the longest. My defense is top 5. This is the game where I get my respect. I ain't going to say it no more. Stop playing on our name. I ain't going to say it no more. I want my respect. Carolina. Trayvon Diggs, let's go see. We're going to see if
how much Carolina win by?
It doesn't matter as long as they win by 1. But if I had a
so you got a close game.
It's going to be close. I mean, it's NFL. Ain't no blowouts. I'm going to say 4-5, about 5. They looking for a late touchdown, and then that defense hold up. We just traded for C.J. Henderson.
I hate the Cowboys.
C.J. Henderson.
This man can't stand them. Don't even bring up the Cowboys to this man. It's crazy.
C.J. Henderson. We just traded for the boy.
Here
boom. Let's talk about your sorry Giants against the Saints.
And this is the week where I'm selling on us. I've lost 3 straight weeks on the Giants. I'm not going with us this week. I got to roll with the Saints on this one.
Saints, like I said, get ready for the draft for the Giants. All right. Cleveland and Minnesota.
Woo-woo.
I actually got Minnesota.
You got Minnesota on this?
I got close. It's going to be a high-scoring game, man, because Minnesota can score with anybody. They've been putting up 30. Problem is they can't really stop nobody. But I'm going to go with Minnesota. Look like Dalvin Cook going to play. What you got?
On Minnesota, I'm going with the Browns on this one, guys. This is going to be a very close game. Minnesota had a very good showing last week, so I'm expecting fireworks in this one. But I'm gonna ride with the Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland offense didn't look too good in Chicago.
I mean, it was OBJ's first time back. You know what I mean? He still has 77 on the board. Juice still on IR, but we'll handle it.
Detroit at Chicago. This is a tough game for me, but I'm gonna just pick Chicago because I really don't see myself picking Detroit all season. Really the only reason why I'm picking Chicago, honestly.
Hey, this is the best of the worst, guys. You're going to hear this quite often on this show. We both going with the Bears on that one, unfortunately.
Houston at Buffalo
Bills.
This is a tough game for me. Colts at Miami. Who you got?
I'm going with the Colts on this one. They haven't got a win yet, but I'm expecting them to get a win on the road. They showed a lot of fight last week. I'm looking for that fight this week.
I picked the Colts. I am nervous about this game. Once again, this is the last game that I had, was tough to make. It's going to be tough. Jacoby Brissett going against his old team. It's a revenge game. I'm going to be pulling for Brissett to do good, but I'm going with the Colts, man. Washington at Atlanta.
Another one.
I actually got Washington, man. I wanted to go to Atlanta, but I actually got Washington, man. Washington, their defense, at some point, they got to play good, right? Hey, too much talent.
I hope so. I mean, but I'm going with the Falcons on this one. There's another best of the worst teams. I really have no reason why I'm going with the Falcons. It's just I'm hoping that as a divisional rival that they lose.
Emotional game, emotional pick for him.
Hey, I don't have
Atlanta
no
beat his
for
team.
Either one of these.
Atlanta beat his team, so now he thinking Atlanta's good, which they're not.
Hey, they're just better than our division teams. Right. We're trash. But go ahead.
Seattle at San Fran. This is actually going to be a real good game. It's a division game. I'm actually go with San Fran. You can't lose back-to-back home games, so you got to win this game. But that will be 3 losses in a row for Seattle, so it's tough.
It's a tough one, guys. I'm buying on the 49ers this week, but that's gonna be a crazy game too. Right. Should be. It might. If that's a photo finish, lose by 3 or 1. you know, you heard it here first.
Definitely
Gonna be a close one. Don't bet on that one, guys.
Arizona at the Rams, battle of the undefeated easily. Like I said before, say it again. I ain't gonna say it no more. Rams best team in the NFC. Rams.
Look for Rams to handle business like they did last week. They dropped the ball, then hey, you see a chink in that armor. I'm not looking for that.
All right, Pittsburgh at Green Bay. What we got? Go ahead, man.
Going with Green Bay.
Of course.
I've been buying on Pittsburgh for the last couple weeks. I like Pittsburgh still, but I don't like what I saw last week. And coming off of last week on the road in Lambeau, it's getting a little chilly. I know you know summer's over, guys. A little cold down there.
That's good for us.
Hey,
I mean, hey.
It ain't better than it ain't Wisconsin cold. That's different from Pittsburgh cold.
You already know me, man. Ride or die. Pittsburgh.
Hey.
Pittsburgh. TJ Watt coming back, best player in the best defensive player.
Hey, where my dogs at? Ride or die, y'all.
Yeah, ride or die.
Y'all dying this week. Go ahead.
All right, Baltimore at Denver, man. This is gonna be a great game. I actually got Denver in this game, man. I'm telling you, I love Denver, man.
Baltimore.
Only thing they missing is Super Bowl winning quarterback.
That's
I
tough.
got Denver. It's gonna be a good game.
Listen, I'm going with Lamar Jackson and the Ravens on this one. Look for them to assert themselves. They've been last week. I was a little disappointed, so I'm looking for them to come out and really dominate these boys this week. It should be at least double-digit win for those Ravens.
Y'all boys sleeping on Denver. Oh, this might be a massacre right here. Tampa Bay, Tom Brady going back to
Off
New England.
Off a loss.
Off a loss. Gronk not playing, don't look like, but
That's fine. You got
Brady,
enough on offense.
Brady's throwing at least 4 to 5 touchdowns. He's throwing at least 4.
You know how he does in those revenge games. He
He's
might
going
not even
crazy.
sleep for the 48 hours before the game.
He's going crazy.
Gotta get that win. Easy. Both on Buccaneers for that.
Crazy. Raiders at the Chargers. I actually got the Chargers.
Really?
I like the Chargers. I told you Raiders a little bit overrated. Not really loving their defense. Josh Jacobs, he's not healthy right now. I got the Chargers.
Hey, that's a very good pick. I'm not gonna lie to you because this game is gonna go down to it. I'm gonna stay on the fence, but I'm gonna go with the Raiders on this one. I'm not confident about this pick because the Raiders getting a little too relaxed from what I feel like. I feel like they've been squeaking out these wins. This might be a wake-up loss, but I don't know. Jacobs should be playing this week. They miss him on their running game. We'll see how
Don't
it
be
goes.
playing both sides of the fence now.
Listen,
If
all I said it was going to be a close game.
if they lose, you're gonna say, "Hey,
All
I told you they could have
I
lost."
said it was going to be a close game. That was a hard game for
But
me
you
to
got the
pick.
Raiders. So if the Chargers
Got the
win,
Raiders.
don't be coming in here saying, "I told you."
I'm going to say what I said because that's what I said. And this is competitive sports.
Yeah.